Was there a big divide between you and the other kids just in terms of you being an immigrant, though? Like, you got a little accent and shit, and they probably treating you different?
Man, when I say bullying was at an all-time high, I was the one getting bullied at a point in time because we was the African booty scratchers.
That was the word.
That was the word.
Where did that come from? Because I used to call niggas that too back in the day.
Elementary school, they would say that, but
African booty
there weren't
scratchers.
even like actual Africans around.
Yeah.
There's black Americans, but like they used to be saying that shit. And that's one thing I didn't realize until I moved to New York when I was like 20, is that black Americans, if there's like African kids around, they will treat them like they got nothing in common. And it's like a total...
And that's super horrible.
And now you see that shit on Twitter all the time, that there's like crazy conversations that I'm not fit to speak on.
But the crazy thing about it to me now is like I'm seeing a full circle, and now it's like, now it's becoming cool to be African. When I grew up, when I came to America, we came to America, my older brothers and older sisters, it wasn't cool to be African. We was the African booty scratchers. Now it's like I see that the America is embracing Africans more, especially Nigerians, the Nigerian culture. Because the Afro beast is blowing up crazy right now. I see everybody talking about eating fufu. Yeah. All of a sudden now, everybody eating. It's like a doughy, pasty food, Nigerian cuisine that you eat with stew, vegetable stew. It's super dope. Next time I come, I'll bring you a dish.
That'd be great.
We could test it out.
Let's do that. Let's throw some fufu on here.
So you said you moved here at like 2. How many siblings you had? Like, how many siblings y'all came out here
So
with?
it's me, and I have 6 brothers and sisters. So yeah, we was in a 2 bedroom, well, 3 bedroom. No, I'm lying. 2 bedroom project building. So it was yeah, we was packed in. It was rough early.
And y'all moved straight to the hundreds, or
no. We moved on 63rd.
Whoa.
Well,
So
with
y'all
62nd, 6220, the Calumet buildings. That's when we first moved when I first came to America.
Okay.
So from there we moved on 71st and Lafayette. Chicagoans know it, called the Lafayette Towers, the white buildings. Yeah. So my first experience in Chicago was project living. Right. It was project living.
I seen the old Zach TVs that you did. It was Trigger World or
Trigger Town. So
Trigger
that's
Town.
After like I said, we moved around early. So from 71st, we moved to the south suburbs, Cal City, Calumet City. Shout out Zone now, 147, man. Yeah. Top money from them around that way, you know what I'm saying? And from there, I bounced to the hundreds. That's Trigger Town.
So Trigger Town is the hundreds.
Low, yeah. Stomping ground. That's why I really, I say I earned my bones for real. That's why I call home, right? I stayed a few different places. Before that, I stayed on 63rd and Artesian also, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Cross Western, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But 123rd is why I call my home, and that's why I earned my bones. That's why Ewol became Ewol. You know, that's why I became Ewol.
And what does Ewol stand for? Because there's a whole bunch of y'all that got Ewol in front of their name,
okay,
right?
so Ewol is low, spelled backwards. It's Low Street. We're from 123rd and Low Street.
All right.
So that's LOWE EWOL. So Ewol.
You ever go to Lowe's?
All the time. It was a point in time I wanted to get Lowe's tatted on me.
You should. Get it like your name, but in the Lowe's font.
With the 123rd sound on top of it.
There
That was going to be crazy. I'm glad I didn't do that.
So what was it like in that area, though? Like
the hundreds is any typical Chicago neighborhood, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the drug dealing, you got the violence, you got the, you know what I'm saying, you got the prostitution, you got the robbery, it was hood living. But also you had the camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? You had the family aspect, you have your friends, which are your brothers, you know what I'm saying? You had your sisters, you had the, you know what I'm saying? We had the cookouts, we had the barbecues, we had the old heads, the OGs, and, you know, it was typical Chicago shit, you know?
When you feel like you jumped off the porch, like what age would you say like?
Okay, I've been bad since bad. Since the beginning. I've been off the porch since I was young, right? Yeah. Because like I said, I grew up from Africa to projects, so I always been a ruffian, and going through that early bullying, I had to fight back. My parents weren't them type of parents to let us fold. So it's like, ain't no coming in here crying. Go back out there and fight.
But you were always a big dude?
No, I was skinny, man. I was a skinny dude, man. Prison made me big, man. Processed prison food gave me this size, man. I used to be skinny, but I was always lanky and tall. I just always had the heart of a lion, man. Yeah. I fight however many people I got to fight, man, because I got tired of being bullied. So I started doing the bullying, right, at a young age. But to say when I really jumped off the porch, man, I went to juvenile when I was 11 years old.
Where'd you go?
First time, I went to 1100 South Hamilton. That's our Audi home. What Chicagoans call an Audi home. I was 11 years old, man. Stolen motor vehicle in the pipe, man. Like, I've been off the porch since a youngin'. I've been bad since bad was bad. So
Rico Nigerian? Cause y'all
no, okay. Rico's not Nigerian. All right, Rico's not Nigerian. Okay, let me clarify, because a lot of people don't understand the relationship. Me and Rico, that's my cousin, but that's my cousin by default, not by blood, right?
All right, that makes sense.
Okay, so my mother and Rico's mother, we all went to the same church at a young age, right? Me and Rico literally got pictures in the church basketball league when our shorts was too big for our bodies. You know what I'm saying? So we just been around each other since adolescence. So that was my cousin.
Do you remember how you met him?
You know how it be when it's been so long, you don't even remember how.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations.
But was he kind of like reckless already?
Reckless always been reckless.
He was already that dude. Okay.
This is before he was Rico reckless.
But he already had that personality.
Badass Ronnie Mo. He was bad as shit. He always been, and I think that's why we clicked so much, because we was both just bad as shit.
And how far was Rico block from your block?
Okay,
if
so
you in the hundreds.
Okay, Rico's originally from 39th in Lake Park.
Yeah.
Way down low, right? But like I said, we went to the same church. So we used to meet at church. You know what I'm saying? And it's ironic. That's why we both love God, right? But we was just bad as hell. And it's ironic that we bad as hell and we met in church. We formed our relationship
at church, right?
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's what carried us this far, because the relationship we do got with God, even though we bad as hell, right? And so that's what we used to meet, and we used to play basketball together. You know what I'm saying? He had his best friend name was Johnny back then, and I used to kick Johnny's ass all the time. Just a little tidbit, Johnny. You know what I used to do to you back then. A little tidbit. But yeah, we've been thugging since a youngin'.
Yeah.